Hello, everyone. I am Coach Sean coming in live from Decap Copy Republic, the home of certified life coaches here in the Philippines. We are a 24 by 7 coaching hub offering coaching on demand services any day, any time of the day. Presently, because of the community quarantine, our operation is primarily via online, and you can reach through us through 0917-586-1661 if you want to talk to a certified life coach, or you can message us at Life Coach Philippine, right, Coach Teen?
Yep. Hello, I'm back. I am Coach Teen, co-hosting part 4 of Coach Connect Who of the Hour. We are doing this videothon as a community service to our change agents in the tribe, whom we are called to serve first and foremost. So presently, the CUP operations is limited to takeout and delivery service only, but online coaching is nonstop, and we continue to reach out to everyone, starting with the life coaches certified by the Global Institute for Coaches and Entrepreneurs. For any coaching packages or any coaching needs, if you are burdened, you are stressed out, just reach out to us through Life Coach Philippines.
Yeah, and the beauty of it, the Who of the Hour is our initiative to connect and gain insights on what's the situation of our change agent is facing and how is our coach responding and the outcome being experienced amidst the present realities. So for those watching, do share this video so other people can be blessed. It's a special time of the day for
Yep.
us. Right, Coach Tin?
Yep, we are so blessed to be graced today by none other than our master coach, the global CEO and founder of the coach,
Global
the
Institute
Global Institute for Coaches and
and
Entrepreneurs. So
entrepreneur.
let's welcome our Who of the Hour, Master Coach Kendra.
Hey.
Hello, thank you so much. Coach 10, I get tongue tied as well.
Yeah.
Go ahead, Master Coach Lakendra. Please introduce yourself to your followers, to the audience, and the people watching all over the world.
Yes, hello everyone, and thank you for viewing Coach Connect Who of the Hour. I'm so excited to be Who of the Hour. I am Master Coach Lakendra Smalley. I'm the founder and CEO of the Global Institute for Coaches and Entrepreneurs Incorporated, and we started our business, a little bit over 9 years ago. And so to see it expand across borders and have beautiful change agents all over the world is so magnificent to see with my own eyes because I once saw it in a vision. So to see it transcend is something beautiful. And then now to be able to communicate with coaches from across borders is just simply amazing. And it lets you know that if you have hope in your heart and you continue to press forward, anything is possible. Like anything
Yeah.
is possible. Yeah.
Mm, totally agree. And Coach A is watching. Yeah. Hello, my
Hello,
sister there.
sister.
Yeah.
Hello, sister.
Master Coach Kendra, with everything that's happening right now with the COVID-19 and the coronavirus, how is your situation currently in your area?
It's growing rapidly. It just seems like every hour there's a new change, and I'm sure it's happening all around the world. As of midnight tonight, because right now today is Monday at
Mhm.
11:39 p.m. But as of midnight tonight, we are ordered to remain in our homes unless we are an essential business or
Mm-mm.
unless we are just going to the grocery store. Other than that, if you are a non essential business, then
Mhm.
we have been ordered to stay in our home. So the situation that we are governed under right now is very intense. It's very intense in our communities because, of course, in 45 years since I've been living, we haven't never experienced anything like this before. So everybody is kind of antsy right now. The
Mhm.
uncertainty of not understanding what's going to happen in the next hour is what we're facing.
Master Coach Kendra, for the rest of the audience watching, where are you located currently so that they know
I
where you
am,
are?
yes, I am in the beautiful Dallas, Texas, USA. Very, very far from you.
Yeah, yeah, with the time difference and all.
We are
Yes.
Master Coach, Coach A is asking, what is the situation of our change agents in the US?
Right now, just really trying to keep our change agents in a space of leadership. Really, really charging them to posture up in a posture of leadership. So they are being vigilant right now. They are all of the change agents right now are conducting three-part series that we're calling Leading with Love, maximizing the heart of our community. So
Mm,
we will actually start our series today. We will be posting a video every day of change agents just spreading inspiration. So
mm,
right now, our change agents are doing a magnificent job, just as you are doing there. And I'm so proud of everyone. I'm so proud of everyone. Really, it's almost like in any other profession you go into, there's an oath, right? And so we have an oath to our communities, and so everybody is really posturing up and taking on that oath and being great leaders, being great change agents, and being the light, which is what we talk about. When you come through certification, being the heartbeat of our communities, the heartbeat of our households, and in our own lives. And we're seeing it, like it's manifesting right now. And those change agents who have been so afraid to come on social media, they're seeing right now why social media is so beautiful and so important in this time that we're facing in our country. So I'm so excited. I'm so excited, Master Coach A. They're doing a magnificent job.
Yeah, thank you very much to
and
Master Coach
thank you for
A.
that, Coach. Yeah, it's really great to see the change agents all over the world, especially those
Mhm.
under our institute, working to rise up against the pandemic that we are encountering right now. And it's
Yes.
all thanks to you, Master Coach Shea and Master Coach Lakendra. It is
Thank
because of
you.
your guidance that all of us are able to rise up.
Yes,
Thank
thank you
you.
very much. And I
Yeah.
just want to go back to what Master Coach Kendra said about being a light. We've been doing prayers ever since this evening, the morning there,
Mm,
and most of the things that we've received and we've read, it talks about talks about light, talks
Yeah.
yes.
about being the light for everyone and being there. That in all the midst of this darkness, as what Coach Tin has said, there's still
Yeah.
a ray of light, and there is hope that people can see that, hey, we're still doing fine. There's still
Mm,
Yes.
positivity in all the things, the negative things that you see in social media, the feedback of other people, and even the
yeah.
coaches that we've talked to for the past more than 72 hours really talks about a beautiful perspective of transformation in their life amidst COVID-19. And that's the beauty of it. And Coach Lakendra, for all of the things that's happening right now, um, you've shared about the coaches there who's doing this video and sharing also inspiration to your community. What else? How else are the people in your community reacting to the situation? Especially, I think it's been more than a week of
Yeah.
quarantine, or only a few days in your area. Here in the Philippines, almost more than a week now quarantine.
Yeah. I will say because I still go into the office, right? So
Mm,
our headquarters is still open for our change agents, and we are taking precautions of making sure that we're healthy if we decide to leave the home. That's one of the biggest things. And so right now our office is still open for our change agents to come if they just still need that place of a refuge, that place of community. And because our space is so big, we can still govern in proximity and not be close to each other. So that's the other great thing because we really do have a big space. But I only offer that one time a week now. So we've now narrowed it down to only on Thursday. So on Thursday, if by the time you have caught that fever where you feel like your head is about to explode, and as long
mm,
as because we are considered an essential company because we do deal with mental health, so that's another beautiful thing. um,
mm,
that our coaches can still come because of that, because we do have that platform underneath our umbrella. So we have that component, and then we have other people who really don't know. I live in a complex where I don't live in a home, so I live in a complex where there's, numerous of neighbors, and
Mm.
just trying to congregate out in the hallway just to make sure that everybody is okay. And
Mhm.
people really don't know what to do. You have situations where people have their children now full time, and that's like a that's post traumatic stress within itself, right? It's like my
Mhm.
kids are at home all day. What do I
Yeah.
do with them?
Yeah.
So I'm so excited that we have educators that are also certified life coaches, and we'll be doing an educator series running even through our Leading with Love um, COVID-19 mini series that we'll be hosting on our main page. But just giving our communities, some hope and some resources of
Yeah.
just
Mm.
how now to live in your home,
Yeah.
right?
True.
It's a new way of
Yeah.
life. Yeah, a lot of us haven't even um, taken in consideration that our homes were really created as our place of refuge, as our place of safe
Yeah.
haven, because we just come in and sleep here, eat here. Some of us don't even eat in our homes; we eat out, right? So it's just a place of shelter, and then we leave out. So now transforming and transcending a home is something really beautiful, and we get to educate and teach others about how to do that.
Yeah, and that's the same
Wow.
situation here. Like Coach Tin, like most of the people and the parents here are really used to going to work and just coming into at home
Mhm.
sleeping. I mean, some of them might eat, but there's really an unknown territory for them on how to manage the environment
Mhm.
and the children. And I think that's one of the biggest challenges in what's happening right now. Master Coach Lakendra, on those situations, how is the tribe there, or how are you helping those people who's into the situation where they're not properly their ecosystem was not ready for them, and they were put into the situation where, hey, you need to figure it out on your own on how to
Yeah.
manage your time at work, you manage your time with your children, and so on. How do you currently manage that, Coach, for those people
You
that
know,
reach out to you?
just being present, being present. It's something that I learned years ago from my master coach. And he said the greatest leaders are the leaders who will show up for their community, who are
Mhm.
accessible for their community. So I answer every email, I answer every inbox, which I get dozens a day, and I think just me being accessible to the tribe. Like they know they have my cell phone number, like everybody who has gone through the certification has Master Coach's personal cell phone number. So just for them to be able to call, because I'm just one person. So this beautiful thing is that you all are extensions of me and Master Coach A.
Mhm.
So if me and Master Coach A show up for you, then the extension of that is you showing up for your families, and the extension of that is your family showing up for their friends, and it'll just keep extending out, because that's what energy does, right? And so
Mhm.
my posture right now is each one teach one. So as I am communicating with people, even people who are not coaches and are coming into my inbox and are asking me for how to get just a guideline. And I'm then saying, hey, now that I've, spent this 20 minutes with you or this 15 minutes with you, I want you to now take what I've given you and transfer it out to someone else. So right now, um, how I am showing up is having everybody else to show up with me, right? Everybody that's connecting with me. I want you to show up. I want you to have the posture of leadership. This is a time where we are all leaders, right? We're all
Mhm.
leaders in a sense. And this is the time where our introverted and our extroverted can come together and say, hey, what are your skills? Here are my skills. Let's bring them together and let's set them out into the world so everybody can have a sense of community, can have a sense of fellowship, and just have a sense of presence, right? We now can recognize that we're here. I mean, for you to be able to go over and knock on your neighbor's door and leave them a note, just a simple note, is so profound. Because no, you don't have to speak with them, but just to let them know, hey, I know that you're in your home. I'm just a house or a door away from you. If you need some sugar, like here's my cell phone number. I can sit you a cup of sugar or a cup of flour out on the floor, on the porch or whatever, some eggs. Like us just really showing up and being leaders in our communities is how we are dealing with this here. Because if you talk to me, that's the first thing I'm going to ask. Like, what are you doing in your community to be better? What are you doing in your community to be that flashlight? So somebody that's in darkness can just see your flashlight from the window and know that there's hope out there. And so that's what we all should be doing.
The
Hmm.
Wow. So as Master Coach A said, the greatest leaders show up for their community. So hashtag show up no matter what. It's a really great, Master Coach. Master Coach Kendra, what one greatest blessing or thing did you receive amidst the pandemic?
You know what? I've been in deep meditation for days, just asking God for guidance, right? And so a lot of us are praying and we're waiting for answers. So I'm going to say, like after your prayer, I want you to spend just like 5 or 10 minutes in silence. We call it meditation. You can call it whatever you want to call it, right? Spend that time in silence. So the greatest gift that I've gained, it's just a clear voice of God. Like I've clearly heard him unlike ever before because I'm so intentional about being the right type of leader in this space, right? Because right now, so much is happening in the world where people are even being taken advantage of in this crisis. So I don't want to be that person. So I am asking God to guide me, to clearly order my steps. So whatever I do, people know that, oh, okay, what Lakendra is doing, God has ordered her to do it. If God didn't order me to do it, I'm not going to do it. So my greatest gift has been a true, clear voice of God's heart, and also just strengthening my family. Like my husband is stuck in the house with me. You know, to be stuck to be stuck in a house with a person who's constantly, on the phone and emailing and on the computer, and now me having to say, I have a plus one in my household and my two dogs that are here who
Mm-hmm.
get to spend that intimate time with me is so profound. And I would hope that everybody take advantage of this isolation with your family because
Mm-mm.
it's going to heal you. And this is what God gave me. God said that families will be healed, broken families will be healed. Um, Children that are disconnected with their parents, those relationships will be mended. Those who are disconnected from their siblings and from their fathers and from their mothers who are still here on this earth, those relationships will be mended. So this has been, and I talked about it on one of my lives, this has been one of the most profound, pandemics that probably ever has happened in history, because we have been so disconnected for so long, and now we are forced to just get it together.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Wow. That's it's really the message of what we're receiving right now is where families really start healing, and that's so beautiful because there's a lot of people that are really experiencing some relationship challenges where
Mm-hmm.
they're really disconnected. Coach A has said
Yeah.
that we need to disconnect so that we can reconnect, because at the end of really the question there is, where are you connecting? Are you connecting with in the right space? Is this that really your space, or really our space is really at home? And Coach A has said here that hashtag divine shift and healing, and hashtag
Yeah.
divine reversal and cure, because that's really what's happening right now, healing and
Yeah.
cure of all of the things that we have missed and we have forgotten. It's really having that emotional connection with the people. So that's so beautiful, Coach Lakendra. Thank you for that. I'm still at awe of what I heard.
I'm still at awe. Yeah. Yeah, it's actually it's like we're seeing a lot from the first day that we started the Coach Connect. All the things that we are hearing is going back to our spirituality, and then um, mending broken relationships, especially with
Mhm.
family. So getting to know the children, their parents, and really um, going deeper into our core of really understanding who we are and what matters most
Mhm.
in our life. So that's
Mhm.
what we are seeing now.
Yeah,
Um,
and it's so beautiful. And I'm sorry to interject. It's so beautiful that
yeah.
there are so many families that are healing, but
Yeah.
then
Mm,
there's so many families that still don't get it, and there's
yeah.
so much pain, and
Yeah.
so that's where we come in at. That's where we come in at, to be that silent voice, that voice of the unconscious mind. To hopefully someone is hearing this, across the airwaves, regardless of when we do our videos, and what we are talking about. We have to be very intentional about the messages now that we put out on social media, because it can be
Mhm.
picked up by anybody that is not in this light of a space that we're in. They're still sitting in this darkness. So I do want to charge everybody, be on social media for a purpose now. I know that we still need our entertainment, and we have a lot of entertaining videos and memes that are surfacing, right? And it's so easy for us to get caught up in that. But it's even more easier for us to
Mm,
get caught up in the beauty of the heart. And so if we have, a dozen change agents being very persistent, just as you are, like every hour you're on here, and it's so amazing. So if we have all change agents to come together and just be so persistent and consistent and intentional about the messages that they put out,
mm,
I know that they're going to get into the homes of those that are still filled with darkness, because it's what God has called. He told me
mm,
clearly in my head, Lakendra, when you go before the people, go with a message of the heart. And so that's what we have to continue to do every time we're on here, to come out with the message of the heart, because it's not for the people who are in the light, it's for the people who are in the dark.
Mm.
Mhm.
Great to hear. Master Coach, what marching orders do you have now for our change agents?
Say that again.
What marching orders do we have for the change agents at this time?
Wow. I mean, I just stated it. I want all of us to rise up.
Okay.
I want your I want your spine to be so straight during this time, right? No slumping over. A beautiful posture of authority is what is needed right now. All of us who have sat back behind the cameras, in the shadows, who have said, I don't have a voice. I don't have anything to give. My skill set isn't strong enough. Right now, I want you to posture up, even if it's just sharing your story, your survival story, your surrender story is beauty within itself, to save somebody else's life who is stuck in their household and do not understand what's going on, do not understand that they even have a choice to survive. So we're in a critical time where our life coaches can truly transcend their stories into a triumphant space, right? So when we come out of this space, you're even more stronger, and you're really ready to take charge. And and that's what Master Coach and I know that we're so in tune, because I didn't even know that this was happening. It was so funny. I didn't know that the Who of the Hour was happening, and here I am, setting up, for our change agents to come on daily just to do these series. And so I know that we're in tune and that we are aligned with each other, where we are projecting the same words. It is time for you to lead. It is time for you to get out of your own shadows. It's time for you to find you, find you a buddy. Like, just go into the global community and find you a buddy. It doesn't matter. Reach out to Master Coach A or I and say, hey, I need a buddy. I need a buddy because I'm ready to take charge of my coaching platform. I'm ready to take charge of why I said why to the profession. And so that's my charge for you all. I want you just to show up, and I want, and not, it's not about perfection. It's just about the heart. And we all know that the heart is perfect, right? So you don't have to, right now, I don't have on any makeup, right? It was like, Master Coach, can you get on? And I'm like, oh,
You look
well, I
beautiful,
want to
Master
try.
Coach.
Thank
Yeah,
you.
no need
Thank
for
you.
makeup.
Thank you. It's like, oh my gosh, I'm on a training that's via phone, and now you want to get on a video. And I'm like, sure, right? Because this is what it looks like to show up. It's not about me. It's about, because I truly got it together, right? I truly can say that my heart is together, my mind is together, and my soul is together. So everything I do is for me because my cup is in an overflow. So
Yeah.
everything I do is to give so others can have hope. And that is our job, and that is our charge to you. We want you to work on yourself so you can fill that cup up, so you can go into the overflow of hope, of peace, of grace, of joy, of humility, of prosperity, all of those things that we can give others in the comfort of our own home.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know how.
Speechless again. Coach, Master Coach, if there's one thing that we get, that if there's one positive thing that we could get out of this COVID-19 or this pandemic, what would it be?
To always take action in your life. It is
Yeah.
time now to truly live in the now, and to activate your intelligence. We are all so intelligent. I hate when I see a child that says, I'm not smart. Where did you
Yeah.
get that from? Right? So for me, who have been in this arena since I was 17 years old, right? And so people ask me, how do I get the mindset I have? Well, I've been knowing what I wanted to do since I was 17 years old. So I've been in this arena for a long time to see it in young children all the way up until adults now. We all have a struggle. We all have a struggle of self esteem, of self worth. This is the time now where you can spend time developing yourself into
Yeah.
a worthiness, into a space where now your children will look at you as their role models.
Yes.
Now, where your spouse will look at you and be proud that you chose her, that you chose him. Where your neighbor will now be proud that you are their neighbor. This is the space where now we should be taking action of developing a better human being.
Wow, that's
Yeah.
so profound.
Yeah. And
Coach,
we'll read through the messages first from Coach
uh,
A. Rise up, hashtag rise
Okay.
up and
Yeah.
straightened spine and posture
find
of
a posture of
authority.
authority
And the other one
and
is time, TIME, to
lead.
lead. Here. And Coach
Mm,
Rizal talk about show up. It's about the heart.
yeah.
And Coach said, fill your cup so you overflow for others and always take action and live
And
in
lead
the now.
in the
Really
Yes.
appreciate what's happening right now rather than being stressed and fearful and having anxiety of the future. Coach Rizal has a beautiful question. How would you like to look back to this moment 5 years
5 years
later?
later.
Oh my God. You know what? That's a very, very great question, Coach Rizzo, because I thought about that the other day. I was sitting and I was talking to a coach, and I said 10. I said, wow, 10 years from now, we're going to look back at this time and see such a transcended world, how we even hygiene differently. Like everything is going to transform into the world that, to me, God is going to be pleased of, right? Because sometimes we can just be hard headed. Our ears
Yeah.
can be shut where we truly can't hear, and God has to intervene. I finally connected with divine intervention. You know that word that we use.
Yeah.
Oh, I will only change if divine intervention. Well, divine intervention has happened. And 10 years
Yeah.
from now or 5 years from now, we will be able to look back and say, had that COVID-19 virus not happened, my life probably wouldn't even be here today, because it is making you take charge of your life. It is making you to take charge of your family. Those who have been praying for rest, those who have been praying for an exit of their job, even though there may be a temporary struggle, those who have been praying to unify with their families and their friends and just have a moment of peace in their life, your prayers are being answered. And that's what I'm getting. It's like, don't look at it. Yes, my heart goes out to the families who truly have lost loved ones in the midst of this. I really call them our beautiful sacrifices in this moment. And sacrifices are true. They're true. And we are all sacrifices when we leave this earth. So all of
Yes.
our sacrifices, I'm so grateful. I'm so grateful to them. And my heart goes out to their families. And I want to say that. But those of you who are still here on this earth, 5 years from now, make it so significant. So 5 years from now, when you look back, you say, it was because of that that my life is here now. It's because of that I have gotten off of drugs. It's because of that that I now treat people better with respect and love and compassion. It's because of that that I'm taking my business serious now. It's because of that. What is your because of that? What is it? What is it going to be for you? And that's how we need to look at it 5 years from now.
Yeah, that's beautiful,
Wow.
coach, Master Coach. Master Coach, for the life coaches who are watching and the tribe that's watching, what do you think? What's one of the greatest gift that a life coach can give to their respective communities?
Your story. Your story is your greatest gift because your story is your accomplishment, right? It's
Yeah.
almost like meeting you being a child, right? And
Mhm.
you learn how to ride your bike for the very first time. And you meet a friend that's around the same age and you don't know how to communicate with each other. But for some reason we always can tell about when we first learned how to ride our bike. And it's similar. It's like, did you fall down? Oh, I fell down too. Like, how many times did you have to fall before you got it together? So
Yeah.
a story is so transformational for anybody to connect with you. And so that's what I'm going to say. Brush up on your story. Make sure
Mhm.
it's in alignment, a true alignment. It's authentic, and where your
Yep.
struggle started and where you became victorious, or you're still journeying through it. You're still journeying through it and you're looking for answers. It doesn't matter if you haven't found the true outcome. It doesn't matter. But give your story to your communities. It's time for them to hear it. Master Coach A tells me all the time, sister, I'm ready for you to tell your story. She tells me that. She pushes me. She pushes me. We push each other. So it's my same declaration to everybody else.
That's beautiful,
Wow.
Coach. Master Coach, what specific message can you give for those people in authority?
This is the time. I got to be careful what I say.
Yeah. You need to be.
This is the time where you do something different. This is the time where you have to put aside the hierarchy. I
Yeah.
get it. I get it. I get that we need to have the power, but there's so much power in the essence of the heart. When people can connect with you, when people can connect with you and feel safe, when people can connect with you and feel that you truly have their best interests at heart. I had a conversation the other day where I talked about the authority. And and I stated, my 6 and 7 figure friends, they tell me all the time, Lakendra, we would never allow you into the club. We would never,
Yeah.
because you will come in here and disrupt everything. And so it's the disruption of the heart that needs to happen to our highest leaders, right?
Mm,
It's time for you to connect truly, truly off of the podium and into the community, into your family. If they would just even pick up the phone and have regular conversations with their cousins, just people who are close to them, to hear the struggle that is truly happening off of the platform, off of a platform of authority, off of a platform of power, and just in a regular human nature, a human connection of the heart. It's something that you would have to sacrifice.
yeah.
It was something that our leaders would have to sacrifice to feel that they're not losing power. Because I get it. I get it that you need to be looked at as authority, but you still can be looked at as authority with an humble and compassionate and a heart of love. Because right now we we're tired. We're
Yeah.
tired. We're tired of being taken advantage of. We're
Mm,
tired of being not heard. We're tired of our needs not being met. Those who are truly working hard and our needs are still not being met, we're tired. So we need our leaders to hear our hearts and just to comprehend with us. And that's the reason why, that's what's so beautiful about Master Coach A and myself, is that it doesn't matter. Like, I'm not too big where I can't talk to
mm,
our tribe. She's not too big where she can't talk to the tribe. And we have a pretty big tribe, right? Where we can
yeah.
be an authority where we say, no, you need to call my secretary to make an appointment with me. Oh, no, no, no. Don't email me, go through this channel. We're not in a headspace like that. And I think we both keep each other humbled, right? She
Yeah.
checked me, I check her. Like, that's not how we're going to do that. This is how we're going to handle this. And I just think that right now, our nation's leaders and our leaders, that if we just went down, from the
Mm,
highest to the lowest, right now, all the country needs, all of your followers need, is your authentic heart.
yeah.
And that's what we need. And I can't say it, and that's me saying it really nicely, because my brain is going 1,000 miles per hour to make sure that I don't say the wrong thing. We just need your heart. We need for you
Yeah.
to be present with the people. We need for you to disconnect from power and reconnect with the love and the embrace of the heart. Because power doesn't serve in the heart, it's in the mind. So we just want our leaders just to disconnect and reconnect. So everyone needs can be truly met in this time of crisis.
Yeah. I really love the emphasis on taking a different action and removing the hierarchy to be able to express compassion and have that authentic heart. It's really
Yes.
something that we really have to have right now for the authorities to really help us go through this situation that we had. I'd like to read what Coach Rizal said. You're the light of the world. A city on a hill cannot be hidden, nor does anyone light a lamp and put it under a basket but on the lampstand. So still,
Oh yeah.
change agents are the light of this world, who can really help people in this darkest time. From Coach Michelle, she said, I appreciate this statement of yours, Master Coach Lakendra. Everybody has a voice that needs to be heard. Even just by telling your stories, you can inspire and make someone realize that they have a reason to survive. Let's all rise
Mm.
up, life coaches, and reach out. A lot of people need us.
Yes, good restatement, Coach Michelle. That's great.
Yeah. Master Coach, before we end, um, what message can you give to Coach A in these trying times that we have?
My sister. I know that Master Coach A faces different. Well, I won't say different. I've already experienced what she's experiencing, right? So I'm always giving her guidance and vice versa. So what I want to say to my sister, my partner, my global partner of the Global
Mm-hmm.
Institute for Coaches and Entrepreneurs is that you keep pushing forward and you keep following your heart and know that you're not alone in this. God has truly created you a space where you can show your country what it to lead, what it looks like to also have others to follow your leadership in so much grace and humility and poise. Like what you are all doing in her under her leadership is truly showing the divine order of how it should be done. Because
Mm-hmm.
she sat 24 hours and did the same thing that you're doing as well. So she also shows up and models for you. And the greatest leader is a leader that will model. The greatest leader is a leader that
Yeah.
will not ask of their community to do something that they are not willing to do. And
Mm-hmm.
so I just told my sister to stay in that mindset, stay in that heart set. And when you need to take a break, take a break. And I need for y'all to allow her to pull back because she can't be the power that she is if she does not take the time to
Yeah.
breathe for herself, to
Mhm.
nurture herself, to
Yep.
spend a little time with her family. She has done a magnificent job with you guys where in her absence of 2 or 3 or 4 hours, you could still run this ship in a smooth sail. So I just want her to know that her self-care is even more important because if we are not in a position to lead, then somebody will come in and take over that. And right
Yeah.
now we're not in a position for anybody to come in and take over our tribe because we are
Yes.
truly changing the trajectory of how what leadership truly looks like. And that is truly one human race coming together for the greater good of God's nation. This nothing belongs to us.
Yes.
Yeah.
Nothing belongs to us. And I think the way that she is going about running D Cup and transforming the Global Institute for Coaches and Entrepreneurs over there in the Philippines is even for me. I learned so much just from looking from the outside looking in, and I just want her to keep pressing forward, to continue to put God first,
Mm-hmm.
for foremost, to continue to put herself first, to continue to
Yes.
lead the tribe in the heart of love and compassion, and continue to just um, spend time with her family. She has such a beautiful family.
Yeah.
I need for her to have a balance of this leadership in her personal life, and that's my advice to her.
Thank you. That's powerful, Master Coach. Coach A said, I love you, sister. Thank you for reminding me always of hashtag self-care and keeping me grounded. That's
I think I
beautiful.
lost you. I think I lost
Can you hear us, Coach? Master Coach? Oh, hello, Master Coach. Can you hear us? Okay, I think she needs to.
you.
Does she need to log off again? Yeah.
No, can she just?
Ask Master
I
Coach
can't
A.
hear.
She can't hear us.
Let's just wait for her to.
No, time check. Okay.
Yeah, we'll just wait for her to fix it, so that her audio sync. And I think that's beautiful, Coach Tin, no? As
Yep.
far as really connecting it back to the heart of everything, that's a beautiful message.
Yeah, and I
Um,
could really feel the love of Master Coach Kendra to Master Coach A. It's really something that even if they are on the opposite sides of the world, they could powerful words can still be exchanged to really let that someone feel that someone is there for her.
yeah, and even in the midst
For
of
you.
all uncertainty, there's always something in love there. Hey, Master Coach, can you hear us?
Hello, I hear you.
Thank you, Master
Yes,
Coach. Coach,
Master Coach is back.
what outcome will you declare out of the COVID-19?
The outcome is going to be amazing. It's going to be an amazing outcome. There's always something to take away from
Yeah,
any situation, whether it's a good or a bad, right? So I'm going to claim right now that this outcome, like I said before, it's going to bridge so many gaps. So many
yeah,
gaps. It's going to heal so many cracks, you know. Everything is going to be made whole by the end of all of this. And that's what I'm claiming.
Yay.
we agree
Oh,
with you, Master
yay!
Coach. We claim it.
Thank you very much,
So
Master Coach
thank you,
Lakendra, for
Master
joining
Coach.
us.
For
Yeah.
those who are
Thank you.
watching, if you are blessed by the wisdom of Master Coach A, please do share this video so that we can reach a lot. We can really rise up and help others who is
Mhm.
in need. And we are really so blessed to have you. This is really divine intervention that we have you at this hour, Master Coach. We really had a lot of insights and we could really feel the love for the tribe and for Master Coach A. We're so blessed to have you.
Thank you.
Yeah. Master Coach, Lakendra, final message for everyone who's watching and for all the certified life coaches from the tribe.
Final message is that as we continue to journey through the uncertainty of COVID-19,
Yep.
I want you have I not have, but I want you to find what you are certain about, right?
Yeah.
Because one
Mhm.
thing I will say is in my coaching sessions, I tell everybody, and I want everybody to take this away. Out of 100% of life, 10% of life we have no control over. COVID
Mhm.
19 is the 10% of this life. The deaths that are happening in COVID 19, we have no control over. But 90% of this life, we still can be very certain of. We have total control of our mind, we have total control of our heart and our actions and how we continue to journey through this process.
Yeah.
And what I want you to choose in your 90% is to go through the healing that you need to go through the strengthening of the mind, the strengthening of the heart that you need to go through your stages of forgiveness during this time, because that's the
Yeah.
stuff that you have control over, right? To
Yep.
truly get centered with your heart. And if you can just right now just take the time, and I do this in every session that I do, if you can just take the time right now just to close your eyes and to take your right hand, if you can just place it over your heart, take your left hand, and if you can just squeeze and connect with the heartbeat and have gratitude for that. Have gratitude for still being alive, or have gratitude for still being healthy, have gratitude for still being able to make the choice of gaining control over everything in your life, the 90%, and to know that you're so worthy and to know that you're so special, and that the world needs your voice right now. Even if the world is only in your household, it's good enough. And just know that you are very special. Your heartbeat is beating for a purpose, and you stay connected with that. And that's what I leave. That's what I
Wow.
leave to the
Wow.
people.
That's
Thank you so
beautiful.
much, Master Coach
Thank you, ma'am.
Master Coach Kendra. We are really so blessed. I just want to read some of the messages before we say bye bye. As Coach A said, everything is being made whole. Amen. And Coach Melissa said, I agree, Coach Tina, even so that love and bond between them when we were in Cebu, they are really watching each other's back, and it's wonderful to see firsthand. Um, Coach Russell says, thank you for what you do. And Coach A, it's love, love, love. Coach Melissa, identify things within and beyond our. So, before we go, Coach Rod,
Yep, coach. Let's do the La Bam Boom 3 times. La Bam Boom 3 times. One, two, three. La Bam
na
Boom.
bam boom,
La
Ba
na
Bam
ba
Boom.
bam
boom.
boom,
La
Ba
Bam
na
ba
bam
Boom.
boom.
boom. Thank you, Master
Thank you,
Coach.
Master Coach.
Thank
Thank you for
you.
everyone
Thank
watching.
you.
Bye bye.
Bye.